Okay, now we'll take one more problem on radial line method. This problem number 4. It's a vertical cone of 50 millimeter diameter and height 65 millimeter is cut by a cutting plane perpendicular to VP and inclined at 45 degrees to HP so as to bisect the axis of the cone. Once again, here the cutting plane is bisecting the axis of the cone, and you are asked to draw the development of a lateral surface of the truncated cone. Once again, the top portion of the cone should be removed and only the bottom portion should be developed. Okay, and here the given cone is of diameter 50 millimeter and height it is 65 millimeter. It is resting on HP, and in the front view it looks like a triangle, and the section plane or cutting plane is in VP and it is inclined at 45 degrees to HP and it is bisecting the axis. Bisecting the axis means it is passing exactly at the midway of the cone height. It means 65 millimeter is the height of the cone and the cutting plane will be passing at a distance of 32.5 millimeter from the top or the bottom of the cone. Okay, and here you need to find out the theta for drawing an arc. Okay, to draw a radius or to draw an arc of radius which is equal to the slant edge length, it should be first you need to measure angle of theta. Theta is measured using the formula of capital R by small r, where capital R is the radius of the cone and small r is the radius of the cone and capital R is the length of the end projectors that we are going to measure once when we draw the orthographic view. Okay, so now first let us see how to draw the orthographic views and then how to get the development of the given problem. So first thing is you need to draw the orthographic view of a given cone. It's of diameter 50 millimeter. Okay, this is already we have been familiar with drawing the front and top views of the given cone. In the top view you need to draw a circle of 50 millimeter and then divide that into 8 equal parts. You name it as A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. Okay, and then in the front view it will looks like a triangle. Complete the front view. Only the boundary should be made dark here. The rest of the thing should be made light, and you need to mark a mid height. Okay, that is since the cutting plane is bisecting the given cone. Okay, you need to mark the mid height. Now after drawing these things, draw a cutting plane first. Okay, either the cutting plane may be passing from right to left or from left to right. Okay, you can take in any direction, but the thing is the cutting plane should pass through the mid height. Okay, and it is making an angle of 45 degree with HP. Okay, the inclination is 45 degree with HP. Either you can measure with respect to HP or with respect to the axis. Since it is 45 millimeter, if it is making an angle of 45 with the base, it will be making an angle of 45 with axis also. Okay, so no need to get confused when it is 45 degree. Okay, you can take either dimension, either with respect to the axis or with respect to the base. So now we have drawn the cutting plane. Now you need to only the bottom portion should be made dark here. So make the top portion lighter. I'm just doing it lighter with a continuous thin line. Okay, now you need to mark the points on the cutting plane. Okay, wherever the cutting plane is passing through the generators, you need to mark a point, mark with the numbers, name it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then 6, 7, 8. In some of the generators are representing the 2 points right here. The second line is representing B as well as H, and the third line on the axis is representing C and G. So in such cases you need to name 2 points. Okay, so here on OA it is 1 and on OB it is 2. Okay, like this you need to complete marking the points on the cutting plane. Okay, 1 is representing the point on OA, 2 is representing the point on OB, 3 on OC, 4 on OD, 5 on OE and 6 on OF, 7 on OG, 8 on OH. Okay, like this you need to mark the points wherever the cutting plane is passing through the end generators. So now since it's a radial line method, first you need to draw an arc taking a radius. That radius should be equal to what? The slant edge length. Okay, here the height of the pyramid is height of the cone is 65 millimeter, but we should not take that length. We need to take this slant height. Okay, one of the end generator, it is around 70 millimeter, 69.64. You can round it off to 70 millimeter. Okay, so first you need to draw an arc for the length which is equal to the slant edge length. Okay, let it be 70 millimeter. You round it off to 70 millimeter, and after that we need to get theta. Okay, you need to measure theta. You can see here. So now the radius of the cone is known, it is 25 millimeter, and the length of the end projector, okay, that is one of the, and it is 69.69, or you can round it off to 70 millimeter, and if you measure it, you are going to get 129 degree. Okay, here and here the obtained angle is 129 degree. Okay, the theta, with the help of this formula we obtained it as 129 degree, and after drawing an arc, now we need to divide this arc into 8 equal parts. Okay, and the total angle is 129 degree. Instead of drawing the arc for 129 degree, you can simply draw an arc, and then you can cut an arc on this already drawn arc by measuring you require 8 equal parts, right? So the obtained inclination is 129 degree. If you divide 129 degree by 8, you are going to get it as 16.125. okay, you can measure that length with the help of a compass, and you can keep on cutting an arc on the already drawn arc. Okay, initially we are going to draw an arc for a radius of 69.64, and on that arc you can cut the 8 equal parts. You need 8 equal parts, which will be equal to 16.2, that is 129 by 8, you are going to get it as 16.25. so you can measure that 16.2 millimeter with the help of a compass, and then you can keep on cutting an arcs. Okay, totally you need 8 equal parts. I'm just unfolding the cone, and then I'm going to draw the generators on this cone. So like this, you can obtain 8 equal parts. Okay, and we can name it as A, B, C. Okay, and once again here also you need to extend all these points to the true length. Okay, this is a true length. Either you can take the left side or else the right side, whichever you want you can take. Here no need to make it parallel and get a projection, because already you can observe in the top view this OA, you can observe here OA is already parallel to XY line. So you can take this slant edge length OA or OE as a true length itself. Okay, so I have not made anything parallel once again here. Okay, even though if you try to make it parallel, we are going to get the same point here. Okay, so after extending all these points, you need to extend the point 2 and 8, 3 and 7, 4 and 6 to the true length line, and then you need to measure the same distance and you need to transfer it on the development here. Okay, first thing is you need to connect all these generators, O to A, O to B, O to C, O to D, and on these projectors you need to keep on cutting an arc. Okay, by measuring the distance from the front view of the orthographic projection. Okay, here measure O to 1, cut an arc, and then measure O to 2, cut an arc, measure O to 3, cut an arc. Like that you need to keep on cutting an arc on these end generators. After cutting an arcs, the next thing is to connect these arcs. Okay, before that you name these points, that is 1, 2, okay, you name it as 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1. Now first you make the boundary darker and then you connect these points with a smooth curve. So this is the required solution for the given problem. Okay. And you are not supposed to make these generators darker, only boundary should be made darker. So this is the required solution.